What's up, guys? Welcome to our Wednesday night virtual Seacret Academy. My name is Ben Bratchalkin. Someone go ahead and shoot me a text and let me know if you see me okay. If we're live, can you go ahead and someone shoot me a text and let me know that we are ready to rock? Awesome. So, well, welcome. My name is Ben Bradshaw. I'm actually dialing in, logging on from my home out here in the Maryland area, across the Bay Bridge, actually, in Queenstown, Maryland. And I'm going to share with you guys some information that was shared with my wife and I about 2.5, almost 3 years ago. And at first, we were reluctant to jump in and bite, but through using the product line for about 8 months, we actually decided to take a look at the business opportunity, and it's been amazing since. But so what I'm going to do, I'm going to run through some information. It's same information you're seeing is what brought my wife and I home to actually be stay-at-home parents. Coincidentally, actually, about 2 minutes before I logged on this webinar, I believe it or not, was flipping a chicken on the grill. So, which has been, I think it's my 4th day in a row of flipping chicken on the grill or steaks, just grilling in general. But being at home to obviously, be present and actually got to say goodnight real quick. Everyone can say hi. We didn't plan this shirt, by the way. It's just the truth. So, but good night. So, but anyway, so I'm going to share with you guys the information that was shared with me that obviously brought me home and has allowed my wife and I to make several hundreds of thousands of dollars from home in a short amount of time. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share. Give me 1 second. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. And we're going to go ahead and start. So who is Seacret? Seacret, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Seacret before. Maybe not, but so it's the name of the company is called Seacret Direct, actually. And believe it or not, we've been around through conventional kiosks and malls since about 2005. So we're not a brand new company. Although we are on the ground floor, and I'll explain, but we've partnered actually with one of the world's largest and most respected manufacturers in skincare, a company called L'Oreal. So when I was looking at this, obviously, I was a little worried. I didn't want to be a guinea pig. I didn't want to, share an opportunity and, it be in business one day and gone the next, obviously, like most businesses. But obviously having that 800-pound gorilla behind me in L'Oreal is a really big deal. We've done over $1 billion in retail product sales, so we know people want our product. They've actually paid twice the price in kiosks from Israeli guys and gals that didn't necessarily speak the native language. But the reason they bought the product was because it was a great product. It was because they they were able to see immediate results. And it wasn't like they actually went to the kiosk to purchase their skincare. They tried to avoid the kiosk. Some people actually acted like they were on their phone, and it, like myself, it rang and you just walk faster, right? Actually, I still even find myself sometimes trying not to make eye contact. Why? Because, if they get you over and they get the product on you, it's game over. Even so much so that you would shy away from going to your normal high-end department stores to buy your skincare, like Neiman Marcus, Dillard's, Macy's, Nordstrom, high-end department stores. So, but if you look at skincare, because for me, I was, tired of the same old, go to work, get paid, You don't go to work, you don't get paid in the linear income. I wanted an industry that was going to be stable, and skincare is. Believe it or not, it's recession proof. Even in a recession, it grows, because when people aren't feeling good financially, they want to look better emotionally. And so actually, skincare, per the USA Today, is going to be doubling. It's expected to grow from 200 billion to 400 billion by 2016. And I can tell you, with my background in real estate, it wasn't about talent; it was about timing. And obviously, there are great products out there, but not every great product is a good opportunity. Opportunity is always tied to timing. And so take a look at our formulations, the perfect blend of science and nature, which is awesome. We use the most advanced technologies in skincare. We're patented. We're clinically proven. So some of our products you actually won't see anywhere else, which is great. We contain plant extracts, essential oils, not mineral oils, okay, which is what you're getting off the retail shelves, and Dead Sea minerals. So our products are paraben-free, so there's no nasty preservatives. We're SLS-free, so you don't have to worry about the sodium lauryl sulfate. All the things that are tied to cancer, which is unfortunate. People are more aware now of the stuff they're putting on their body, not just in their body, because your skin is your largest organ, and you want to take care of it, So obviously, the Dead Sea, I don't know if you guys know anything about the Dead Sea, but I didn't. Didn't know anything about it when I first took a look at this company, but it's the lowest point on Earth. It's actually almost 1,400 feet below sea level. 26 minerals there. Actually, 12 of them are exclusive, so you can't find them anywhere else in the world. And it has a really high salt concentration at this point. So if you are actually in the water, you float. But it was visited by ancient royalty like Cleopatra, Queen of Sheba. Believe it or not, there wasn't scientific research back then to back up the claims of the Dead Sea, but now there is. So we know the transformative properties for the skincare benefits. Meaning that if, anyone that, maybe they have psoriasis or acne or eczema or any type of skin condition, the Dead Sea has been known to help people relieve those. Now, there's no cure for eczema, psoriasis, and you can go to a dermatologist, or you can be put on medication if you'd like, but most of the time, medication has side effects. I know the Dead Sea doesn't have side effects. So we're helping people out. Take a look at our body product lines here. We got you covered from head to toe. And, we have our facial products as well. We have our anti-aging line, which is the top seller, believe it or not, because baby boomers are all turning in their 60s now. And believe me, they want to find the fountain of youth, and we have it. We have the highest concentration of peptide technology out of any of the products L'Oreal manufactures, which stimulates the reproduction of collagen, reduces the appearance of expression lines like smile, frown, and thinking. It's also ideal for those that want to prevent. So, being proactive and preventative is very good versus being reactive, right? Take a look here. This is our eye serum and our eye cream. Obviously, we did her right side, which would be your left side. 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, take a look, right? 1-2 punch. Now, our eye serum and our eye cream, and that's actually what you see on the bottom left, is going to be about a year worth of, product. And that's, yes, you can use it every day as well, which is awesome. Take a look here. This lady actually on the left was before, on the right is after. Think about how many years. I mean, obviously, I know some of you guys are logged in with, people from all over the United States, which is great. But think about how many years we've shaved off of her life, right? Now, typically, I hear conservatively about 10. The average is 15 is what people say. I've heard 30. You hear it all. But she used our entire anti-aging line for 2 months. And she got those types of results, which is awesome. Here's our Recover Mask. This is one of our patented products. I tell you what, it's amazing. It uses our patented nanotechnology. So if you take a strand of sand, for example, and you cut it up to 1 million pieces, that would be a nano. So the smallest particles of your skin, what it does is it seeps into your pores, and it physically pulls out your wrinkles to allow your body to increase blood circulation through where those wrinkles were. And it actually tricks your body to start reproducing collagen. But you see results within 15 minutes. And personally, I feel like we could do $1 billion just with this product alone. Take a look here. This is 15 minutes, right? What they call crow's feet. Look at this one. This is actually your décolleté, which is this. I think it's a scientific name for your neck. I just learned it through obviously trial and error personally. But you can't get Botox on your neck; it's illegal, and probably a bad idea to puncture your jugular. Botox actually is poison, believe it or not. And an ounce of Botox can kill up to 100 human beings. So, but people care so much about the way they look. They go under the knife. I mean, there's actually a show called Botched now about, challenges of people that have actually gotten, plastic surgery and such. It's crazy. So with this, there's no active ingredients in our product. You can use it as much as you want, but it's a phenomenal product. Take a look here. This is one of my good friend's moms, actually, who was very skeptical. She actually was going, when he was looking at the company, she went with him because she wanted to protect her baby boy. And take a look after this, she was fired up. Now Jesse McPherson actually is on his way to over $1 million in annual earnings. And I think he's like 28 years old. He's an amazing guy, actually. He just flew out. He's been out. I don't know if he's back yet. He resides in Phoenix, but he's actually been studying with Tony Robbins over in Australia for the last couple of weeks. And he's just an amazing guy. One of my friend's moms also, Steve Monroe, she had a gastric bypass surgery on the left. And as you know, there's leftover skin, but unfortunately you can't do anything with it. And so no one told her to use our product for gastric bypass surgery, but she just tried it. Take a look. I mean, obviously the results speak for themselves, but think about, the actual results. I mean, it's amazing. Think about, the confidence level and how high it went, after getting these results. And which is awesome. I mean, we have so many examples, people that just get results, obviously. And we know nowadays people actually, we live in a microwave society. Actually, for our baby, for Kylie, I'll put her food in the microwave to defrost it, and I actually won't even wait till it hits 0. I mean, I take it out. It's like a pet peeve of mine to get to the microwave before it actually dings, So people don't want to wait nowadays for anything. They want stuff. They want results like yesterday, even fast food. Not that I encourage you to eat it. Actually, don't eat fast food. It's bad for you. But, fast food isn't even fast enough, right? You'll see the parking lot's empty, but there's a huge line. Why? People are too lazy to get out of their car, So if you can deliver on the spot tangible results right away, things you can create an amazing big book of residual income, which is something you do one time, you get paid over and over and over for. And what I love about our product too is that you don't have to sell it. You demo it, people see results, and then you just consult them what's best for them. You don't have to sell it to them because no one wants to sell their friends, family, and neighbors. It's kind of weird, actually, right? But if you can consult them and offer them superior skincare products, and in most times undercut what they're already paying, then hey, there is no selling involved. It's simply sharing. So we're doing a full transition out of conventional retail into relationship marketing. We're not pitching you on one day, someday this is going to happen. We're already doing it. We actually have only a handful of kiosks left in the United States, but we're going to be transitioning all 40 countries into relationship marketing. Obviously, we've already proven ourselves with over $1 billion in retail sales. Like I said, twice the price. There wasn't an opportunity. Obviously, that's still counting. But right now, the products have been sold directly from the manufacturer to the consumer. Take a look here, right? It goes from the manufacturer to the global distributor, local distributor, retailer, then to consumers. And the problem with that is it actually drives up the cost of the price. Why? Because there's so many hands in the pot, everyone has to get paid. But what if we could actually cut all those people out, right? Go from the manufacturer to you as the agent, then to the consumer. And the cool thing too is there's no website fees, so you don't have to, worry about paying extra money just to have a free website that's replicated from our company. We actually give that to you for free. It's awesome. Doesn't cost us. Why should we charge you? Another awesome thing too is that you don't have to store products in your garage, right? It's very weird, We're not asking you to open up a retail store out of your house. That's just an old way of doing business, kind of our grandparents' network marketing company, if you will. We ship directly to the consumer. So they order from your free website and it ships right to their doorstep. It's a win-win. It's a better value to the consumer. Why? Because they save 50 to 70% off of these products, and it's a major profit to you because people buy from people they like, know, and trust, which is you, So we share the wealth with you, obviously, as our agents. But take a look at relationship marketing. And I know, there's some negative stigmas out there. And I think the reason is because You know, some companies back in the day used to take advantage of people. It's very easy to do, you know, taking advantage of frustrated people by offering hope, right? But we're not that company. We're actually what we do is our mission is to teach the industry a lesson that we can become a profession. We can be professionals, and more importantly than the money is putting people over profits. And we're actually already doing that, which is why we have such a great name. We actually were named by the Direct Sales Association actually last week #1 in the world for growth over 2014, which is amazing. And the competition, we had competitors with no competition. It wasn't even close. And that's just literally, you know, about 3 years in business. We're in the direct sales top 100 companies in the world, number 77, I believe. And but look at relationship marketing. It's already a $166 billion global industry, right? It produces more millionaires than any other industry. That includes, you know, the sporting industry like the NFL, MLB, NBA, and all the other letters that are confusing me. But, you know, even more than the music industry, you know, things like that. It attracts billionaires. You look like Warren Buffett, Richard Branson. And so when I looked at this, you know, my friend's family and, you know, people were like, oh, my God, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? You know, because their perception was that I was actually doing pretty well. And, you know, but unfortunately, perception is not always reality. It could be your own reality, but I was having some challenges. I was actually behind on my mortgage and looking for a better way. I was tired of 100% of my income being 100% of what I did. And so I had to look at people that I actually, you know, I had to look at people that I actually was, you know, looking up to, like Warren Buffett, one of the most wealthiest people in the world, yet one of the most conservative investors. He's getting involved. You look at Richard Branson, amazing, right? You look at Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump. I mean, over 90 million people worldwide actually participate as distributors. But relationship marketing is the wave of the future. Here's why. The advantages. You know, you build your own business instead of having to come out hundreds of thousands of dollars for a brick and mortar. It no longer is, you know, a traditional business brick and mortar. Now it's click and order. You look at Amazon taking over the world, right? But, you know, there's low startup costs. The tax benefits are amazing. Actually, my accountant is a secret agent, which is awesome. She's amazing. And with unlimited income potential, you know. So here's what I know. When I used to go to work, when I had a job, you know, I knew what I was going to make. And I was never happy with it. I never worked hard enough to make more, right? Because I knew it wasn't available. And they never paid me enough. So I worked just enough so they wouldn't fire me. I worked just enough so, you know, I didn't have to quit. And it was tough, but here, you know, you can really dictate your own check, and it does take work, but at least I know there's fruit at the end of my labor and that there's light at the end of the tunnel. So we're going to go through, you know, the compensation plan. I don't know if it's for you or not, which is, you know, that's fine. Not everything's for everyone. Not everyone's for everything. And that's cool. But maybe you know someone. We love the opportunity to earn your business as a customer and just use some amazing products, right? But you know, maybe you know someone that's entrepreneurial, looking for, you know, extra money. Maybe just refer them to us, and we promise that we'll be true servant leaders to them. And the person that invited you, I guarantee that they will serve them. So here's the 5 main ways. There's so many more ways that we get paid, but my goal is to underpromise and overdeliver, because when you get outside, you know, the economy, people tend to overpromise and underdeliver. We call that society as we know it today. So the first way is retail. Retail would be if someone wanted to buy like a nail kit, #1 nail kit in the world. We sell 5 million units per year from the kiosk. People love it. It's actually all natural. People freak out over the nail kit. But retail price would be like a one-time buy. You know, they don't want to take advantage of our huge discounts and be on some sort of order. Not that you have to order every month, but we have a great VIP program, which I'll go over. But so if someone went to your website and they paid $49 for it, right, one time, right, the company would actually take the difference from 20 and 49, which is about $30. Not that we have to pay anything, but that'll send us the difference from wholesale and retail. So if you sold 10 nail kits in a week, you'd make, you know, $300 in a day, $300. How much do you want to sell? As much as possible, right? It's up to you, you know, and the company, like I said, ships directly to them, so you don't have to deliver it. So it doesn't have to, you know, you don't have to sit in traffic and do all that crazy stuff. Take a look at our customers. We actually get 20 to 25% of what they spend on their first order, the dollar amount. take a look here. So if you have 20 customers, right, spending $70 a month, which is the company average, the minimum is actually only 50. But people, the company average is more than the minimum to be a customer, which is awesome. You can take a look at the obviously the the information there. We just had a new secret agent. Her name's Sarah. She's really cool. She just she lives over here on the eastern shore of Maryland, where we just moved, and we met her and her husband Mike, and been hanging out with them pretty frequently. Actually, great people. And she's a school teacher, and he works for a cable company. But they were looking for extra income. Came on board with us in their first month. I think she made $700 in commissions, but she also got I think it was about $800 in free product just by demoing product on people. And she's in the global profit sharing pool as well, which is great because it's just free extra money, which is awesome. But team commissions, my favorite. You get 10 to 15% of the volume from what your customers or your agents actually bring to the table, and it's very cool. It's so everyone just builds a left team and a right team. I've seen some compensation plans where people have to build multiple different teams, and if you help people succeed and they pass you don't get paid on their production, and it's kind of nuts. It's just an old way of doing business. So with us, we put a cap on the weekly amount you can earn under team commissions. It's $25,000 a week, so no one ever gets mad if they're making $1.2 million a year and someone passes them. All right, but so it's a really cool. We call it a binary. It's a non-flushing binary. It's a great compensation plan. And then this ensures that when you come on board, we don't just sign you up and say, hey, go get them, girl, go get them, boy. This says, listen, we're going to help you. We're going to lock arms with you. And just like my good buddy Tom Gadzotti is actually on the way down to North Carolina right now to help some new agents that he brought on board, him and Kim Wasson, who's absolutely killing it. And they're actually going down there just to help them do, launch. And not that you have to travel, but you can if you'd like. I mean, you can literally design your life. But take a look here. Let's say you actually brought Kim on board up top and she made $1,000. You would make a 20% match of what you helped her make. The company would pay on top. You make $200. Let's say Tom down here on the bottom, $10,000. You make 20%. You would make $2,000. So how much do you want to help Tom and Kim make, right? As much as possible. And they know people that you don't know. Obviously, this goes down 4 generations. So, it's you just never know. It's an amazing compensation plan. We have car bonus programs. We don't make you get a car. We actually prefer you don't. I actually posted a picture on my social media last week because with the new house, believe it or not, I now have an 1.5 acres of land that with grass, it's not going to cut itself. And so I made a funny joke. I thought it was funny at least. But, it was drive your dream, and for me it was a tractor, right? I went and bought a new tractor, paid cash just from the car bonus program that we have. But we don't make you get a car. Maybe maybe driving your dream would be going from renting to owning or wiping out some credit card debt. The average United States household has about $17,000 in credit card debt, and it's revolving interest, so it compounds, which is crazy. Maybe it's wiping out student loans. Most people actually go to the grave with student loans. It's the #1 source of debt in the United States. And here's what I'm finding is most college kids nowadays, if they're even lucky to find a job, don't do it in that area in which they study. Now, I'm not saying don't go to college, obviously, but what I'm saying is, hey, let's work part-time on your fortune while you work full-time to pay your bills, We have rank advancement bonuses as well, which you get these that week when you rank advance. So I've seen some companies where you have to, do some crazy things to maintain volume, and they pay you over like 12 or 24 months. We pay you out that week, which is awesome. So getting started with us, you can be a customer, obviously, or you can become a secret agent, which is really awesome. It's $49, and you get a demo set. Here's a demo set, actually, and there's another one that's a professional set, which is in the entire product line. That's the one I encourage people to get because, how you do anything is how you do everything. I think most of the times nowadays, people kind of dip their feet in. They want to try it, and they're like, I'll see if it works. It's like, no, we know it works. If you work, it'll work. I promise you. We have so many examples of success now. We can eliminate every excuse for failure, right? So the basic is very basic. I wouldn't recommend that. The premium is okay. It doesn't come with our anti-aging line. But you can make some extra bonuses for that. Special agent kit, that's the one I personally bought when I first came on board. It actually pays you as a bronze agent, so it pays you about 50% more commission as you start out of the gate, which is great. But you know, it's a commitment. You know, it's almost $4,000 worth of retail product. You get it for $1,450. Okay, it's a tax write-off as well. You know, I actually, like I said, was 3 months behind my mortgage minimum when I started this, and you know, I just had to make some things happen. Otherwise, you know, things would have happened. You know, nothing would have changed, unfortunately. So, you know, we got uncomfortable, and now we are pretty. You know, we're kind of comfortable, and we're just helping people win, which is great. They say when you're on an airplane, right? Make sure to put on your oxygen mask before you can help other people put their oxygen mask on. And you know, that's the name of the game. I mean, it's you can't help others unless you help yourself. So, you know, definitely get your demo kit, because if you're opening up any business, there are costs, right? And you know, it takes money to make money. But so here's the thing with that is that, you know, if you're opening up a restaurant, you might want to have food to serve on your menu. If you're opening up a car dealership, you got to have cars to sell. If you're opening up a skincare company, what do you want to have? Skincare, right? It's the name of the game. So training and support, we have it all. I mean, it's amazing. We have online trainings, conference calls, Seacret Academy, international conventions. So, you know, you are in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself. And that's what I love. You don't have bosses, you have coaches, people that have out there done it, you know, that are actually walking the walk, not talking the talk, okay? Here's some of our other success stories here. All these people are my personal friends and people that have helped me in the business. And they're just amazing individuals. None of the stories are actually the same. You know, if you look to the right, you know, the second one on the bottom of the right, or from the top, second one from the top is Heather and Josh Wiles. Actually, Josh was a police officer down in Greensboro, North Carolina, and Heather was a stay-at-home mom. They lived in a trailer and were on food stamps, and you know, because one income as a cop, you know, you're just not making much money. And they had two little amazing girls, and you know, they were looking for change. And you know, and Josh actually sold his TV to get his demo kit and made $200,000 his first year. It's amazing. You take a look at the bottom right, one over to the left, with the sunglasses, Craig Holiday, and actually Dana, his much better half. He actually was involved in Amway back in the 80s and made over $30 million. Came out of retirement to work with us, which is awesome. Take a look at the top right, one over to the left, Josh and Cindy Denny. When they got involved with us, actually, their electric was out. The only actual bill they kept on was their cell phone, so they could actually do this business. Now they make well over $1 million a year with our company. I mean, we have so many examples of success. It's amazing now, and it's awesome. It's awesome. But we're just getting started. You know, we're open in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico. That's about the most I can do with my Spanish accent. We're open in Australia. We're open in South Korea. We just launched Japan as well. This year, we're going to be going into the Philippines, Vietnam, actually Germany in May, which is going to lead us to Europe. And then Argentina, Brazil, Colombia are on the horizon as well. So, you know, it's the name of the game. I mean, it's how we, it's literally, it's going to happen. It already is happening. I'm sure the person that invited you on board to take a look at this webinar is already, you know, having a success. And, you know, obviously it's something that we want to, you know, we want to bring you on board and help you start with our company, because we know where we're going. And, you know, it's, they say without vision, people perish. And most people nowadays, I ask people their goals and they have no idea. You know, we go through 14,000 hours of school, right? And we even actually learned to do math with letters. That's kind of weird. I haven't used that since high school. But actually, I never really figured out how to use them, believe it or not. But, you know, so the only thing they forgot to teach me in school, while I love school, they didn't teach me how to balance a checkbook, credit cards, things like that, or even how to make money, you know. So we teach all that within Seacret. We want to teach how to build wealth and, you know, actually get out of debt, you know, and live the life that you were designed to live. And, you know, what if you could design your life? What would it look like? What if money wasn't an issue, right? What if you actually had your time? In my opinion, time is more important than money. So, Think about where you would go, who it would be with, the things even the material things. It's okay, right? To think about what you would want to buy and the life you would want to provide for your kid. Maybe be a stay-at-home parent, right? There's nothing better to me than being present in the life of Kylie as she grows up. She'll never not have her parents around, even probably in the ages that she would like not to have them around, right? But so that's the name of the game, because it's an amazing opportunity. It's completely available. It's not easy, but it's worth it. There are no get rich quick or anything like that. But I'd love the opportunity to lock arms with you. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a 30-minute break, so you can get your questions answered by people who can answer your questions. Here's what I'd say is that on a scale of 1 to 10, you might just have to ask yourself, hey, 10 being I'm ready to rock and roll right now. I want to lock arms. This is amazing. I can't wait for you guys to show me how to do it. And I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I know there's more out of life, which is where I was. Or maybe you're a 1 and you're like, hey, I just want to be a customer. That's great too. So on a scale of 1 to 10, let us know where you are. And also let us know what it takes to get you to the next level. Because, one thing we can't train people on is sales and mind reading. So, we would never want to do that. We don't want to convince or anything like that. But we definitely want to help, obviously, guide you along to wherever you might want to be. And if it's not for you, that's okay too. Maybe you know someone. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. We'll be back in 30 minutes with a training on how to actually open up business, which is pretty key for starting a business, obviously. And I'll be doing the training. So thanks for your time. Appreciate it. God bless. Good night. See you soon. 30 minutes. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, guys, I think we're back. Can someone go ahead and text me and let me know if we are live and ready to go? No. Perfect. We are live. Awesome. Sorry about that, guys. It said lost internet connection, but who knows? Technology is for sure not my forte. So thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Thanks, Leslie. So we're going to go ahead and start, guys. Tonight we're going to talk about opening new business. Most people try to close people. I highly encourage you not to do that. Why? Because people hate sales. It's very uncomfortable. Most people can't sell anywhere, even if they wanted to. But if we're going to create a massive book of business residual income that is going to pay us regardless, we have to teach a duplicatable system where everyone can win, despite of their background, excuses, races, gender, culture, everything that people, I'll throw out there as an excuse. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to talk about going into the PowerPoint. I would encourage you to send some last-minute texts to everyone you know that's an agent on your team and get them on tonight's training because we want to obviously help them open new business, which opens production, which is the name of the game as far as building a massive business within Seacret Direct. So we're going to start. I'm going to go ahead and open up the PowerPoint. Am I not? Try again, please. Okay, perfect. So we are live. We are ready to rock. We're going to go and log onto this. So opening new business. So there's just a few different, verbiage that you can use when closing versus opening. So if you're closing people, you would use transaction. Obviously, you would end your appointment or end the sale. It would be towards your benefit. It's very short term, and you're looking for it's really production income. There's no residual income attached. Okay, so it's very short term. You can make some money that way, but obviously you're not going to build a massive ongoing residual based business from doing that. Opening, obviously it's all about relationships. Today's network is your net worth, and relationships are currency. So when you treat people the right way and you build on relationships, you're just opening the door for people to obviously invest in what you're doing. It's just the beginning versus the end. And when you're opening versus closing, it's towards their business benefit, not your benefit, meaning that you're consulting, not selling, right? And it's all about what you can do for them. How can I help you is one of the terms that I like to obviously share. It's long-term and it's residual-based, like I was saying, because residual is something we do one time and we get paid over and over and over for. And that's the goal, is to build a big, massive book of residual-based income that we can walk away from, that if you get sick, you want to retire, or if something happens, it pays you regardless of what your current state is, okay? So why master opening? Because you increase your results, all right? Increase your activity, you increase your results. You help your team, right? Because they have to be willing to do what you're doing, and if you're teaching them how to open, then they're going to be able to how to open. Now, you're also going to not be able to teach what you don't know, right? That's really weird. It's very uncomfortable. And not only that, but people won't do the things that they don't believe they can do because, they just won't. It's a huge challenge. But it shows confidence as well, okay? People follow confidence, right? Now, even if, actually I used to have a friend of mine that most of the time she had no idea what she was talking about. I used to work with her, but she was so confident that people would actually believe it and buy it. And it was in the mortgage industry, but she was able to just, shoot from the hip, and she sounded so confident in what she was saying that people they believed her. She wasn't lying or anything like that, but at the end of the day, I mean, she was able to, build a huge book of business in real estate because she was very confident. Confidence is contagious, and people will want to put you in front of their contacts if they feel that you're very confident in building your book of business, and they feel like you're confident in what you bring to the table with Seacret. Okay, so it really, mastering opening also helps people get to where they want to go. It's not about you; it's about them. And if you help enough people get what they want, you can actually have everything that you want. Obviously, the master of opening, Zig Ziglar, says that. So take a look at this quote. It says, "It's a leader's job is to get people to do what they don't want to do to achieve what they want to achieve." Right? So there's no success found in your comfort zone. If you want to achieve massive success, you got to get uncomfortable, and we can help you get comfortable. Okay, so you got to master mundane activity that yields high results over time, obviously, and it's all about doing the activity. The activity will breed the results, and as you get more comfortable and more confident in doing the activity, your results increase. But you can't skip out on the activity, right? Even if your results are bad at first, because you have to be willing to actually be bad before you're going to be good. Just like anything, okay? We call outliers. I don't know if you guys have heard the audio or read the book. Malcolm Gladwell says you have to be willing to invest 10,000 hours into doing anything in order to be really, really good at it. And I know we have a lot of new people on the line tonight on the webinar, which is awesome. Congratulations in taking the first step in building a huge business that is going to pay you forever. But, I also want to just say, embrace your challenge, embrace your struggle, because you have to be willing to be bad before you're willing to be good. And you have to put in the time, there's no shortcuts. And you actually have to struggle because you have to teach people how to get through struggles, and you're not going to be able to teach what you don't know. So I don't wish for it to be easy. I just wish for you to actually be good at doing Seacret Direct. So opening is a process. It actually begins the moment you meet your prospect. I hate to even call them a prospect. We meet your friend, family, neighbor, whoever you're presenting to, right? First impressions are everything, okay? And before the presentation, opening is a process, right? During the presentation, you're still opening. After the presentation, and actually launching is part of the closing process as well, right? Because people are going to do what you do, not what you say. And duplication is all that matters. So you don't want to be that good. You just want to be very, very simple and master the simple, master the mundane, okay? Because you want people to say, hey, I can do this. I have the time to do it, and I don't mind doing this to my friends, family, and neighbors, and everyone I meet. Why? Because if they can answer those 3 questions, then they will actually come on board as in Seacret. They're going to join for them, not for you. And you're just going to help them in launching them to build a massive book of business. So before the presentation, you have to visualize the result, okay? You know, you have to expect that everyone is going to get started with you, even though most won't, right? Because it's the self-talk. It's your subconscious. Everything you tell your subconscious, it records, and you can never turn it off. So be careful what you actually allow to go in your ears, because your subconscious is going to record it. So make sure you pre-talk to yourself with, you know, positive talk. Maybe doing personal development before you actually go in, listening to some Jim Rohn or, you know, the great Les Brown, obviously, who we're fortunate enough to hear from. But you know, you definitely must show genuine interest in your prospect's life. Why? Because it's about what you can do for them, not what they can do for you. Okay. Reach for their heart before you ask for their hand. Right? People don't know how much you care until people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Use form, ask questions, ask about their family, their occupation, recreation, and obviously money or motivation, whatever it means to them. But their family, where are they from? Are they from here? Right? Do you have siblings? What about your parents? What do they do? Right? So get to know their family. Okay. Occupation. What do you do for work? How long have you been doing that for? Do you put in a lot of hours? What's your favorite thing about what you do? And are you close with any of your coworkers? I always ask people, what do you like most about what you do? And then I say, what do you like the least, right? Because most people nowadays, I guarantee you 99% of it is what they like the least, you know? But if you have to get to know that stuff. Recreation. What do you do when you're not working? What are you most passionate about? What are your hobbies? How long have you done that for, right? Because if you think about it, you know, you got to find out what people love to do if time and money weren't an issue, okay? Money. What's your career goal? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? If money was no issue, what would you do? You think about it nowadays, people actually spend more time planning a 1 or 2 week vacation than where they want to be in 5 years. It's crazy. They're so short-sighted. It's nuts. But, you know, I don't blame them because that's a culture that we've actually grown up in. Okay, so before the presentation, always speak positively, right? Because everyone else that's typically speaking to your prospects are doing it negatively. So be the change, you know? Match and mirror. If they're leaning forward, lean forward. If they're leaning back, lean back, right? If they're smiling, smile, you know? It's actually body language is going to do most of the talking for you. Relate to people. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, doing something that isn't, credible. Or, you know, don't fabricate anything, but relate to them. You know, if they like sports, obviously most people like sports. If they like money, I don't know anyone that doesn't like money. You know, however you can relate, be genuine and relate to them. Use their name. Why? Because it makes people feel important when you can remember their name. Gentle taps on the arm or shaking their hand or on the shoulder builds trust, right? Because that means that people are letting you in their inner circle. Now, don't be weird and stay in their circle, okay? But relate with people. Body language is everything. During the presentation, always begin with the trial close, right? So I always tell people before the presentation, hey, listen, I'm going to give you enough information so you can make a well-informed and educated decision on whether to be a customer or come on board as an agent with us. Does that make sense, right? I always, if you've seen me speak before, you know, I say, does that make sense? And I always nod my head yes. Why? Because it gets people nodding their head yes and agreeing with you during the presentation, okay? Take a look here. Since you're taking up your time and I'm taking up my time, at the end of the presentation, I'm going to ask you for a simple yes or no. I always say, hey, listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, I'm fired up, let's go change the world, make a lot of money, and change lives together, right? Or 1 being, hey, I just want to be a customer. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Because you don't want to convince them, but did you notice on the scale of 1 to 10, none of those numbers said, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to make a transaction with you. It's either a customer or agent, okay? And then I'll ask them, I say, you know, now what is it going to take for you to increase those numbers? What do you have to see? Let them close themselves by giving you the information, the proper information, so they can actually walk themselves through the next exposure. Why? Because 80% of sales is 5 through 8 exposures. Most people quit after calling people 1 time. Instead of no just being, hey, not right now. It's like, listen, why not get them more information so they can actually make an educated decision? Most of the time, people aren't going to spend hundreds of dollars on one piece of information. It's weird, right? Especially if they're making a recommendation into, or they're making an investment into their future, right? Don't you want them to have enough information to make that educated decision before they pull the trigger on $1,700, $1,800, right? So, and one of the things too, you know, maybe just a nice way of saying no. So obviously throw that out there too. But so during the presentation, ask engaging questions, right? Tell your story. You know, facts tell, the story sell. Okay, people don't care about the facts; they care about if they can do it. Speak their frequency, right? What's in it for them? Build on emotion. People actually buy on emotion, not on logic. Okay, so on emotion, take a look at these different, right, body languages here. Body languages are everything. After the presentation, posture is important. Right? People follow confidence. So be confident that you know that Seacret Direct is the best thing out there, and it's the only thing that's actually going to help them invest in their future. And you actually speaking with confidence and posture, they'll buy that huge. Why? Because then they'll say, hey, this is a way for me to change my family legacy too. Have total belief that you can help them become successful, right? So people are not afraid to follow you when you know that you know where you're going, okay? And I think that's one of the strong suits for Lauren and I. We actually scare people not to join us because we know that, you know, there's a lot of ocean out there. I mean, it's wide open. And we haven't actually even gotten started with Seacret Direct. Even though we were named #1 in the world by the Direct Sales Association for percentage of growth in a year, we haven't even gotten started yet. We're like still in the infancy stage. It's crazy, okay? Opening questions. So ask alternative of choice closing questions like, what did you like best, right? Products or opportunity. Why? Because when you ask that, nowhere in there did you say, would you like least? That's dumb, you know? Always ask for a positive response. Hey, would you see yourself getting started with just using the products as a customer or taking advantage of the opportunity? I'll take it a step further. Hey, would you see yourselves getting paid as a bronze agent to get started with our special agent or professional package, or do you just want to get started with the premium, right? Because either way, that's getting them started with the demo pack, because people can't sell skincare if they don't have skincare. Wait for the answer. Why? Because anyone that speaks first is actually going to lose, all right? So we don't want that. You know, we want you to win, okay? So let them answer, right? And when you get people talking, even if they're giving you objections, that means they're interested. If they say no and they say nothing, or they get up and run away from you, let them go. That means they're not interested, okay? Don't hesitate. So when they indicate they're interested, stop asking questions, stop talking, right? Most people just want to hear themselves talk. Stop. No one wants to hear you talk. Pull out the application, get them started. Let's get into a wow party. Let's go out and help them grow their business exponentially versus by addition, okay? And then say confidently, we're going to go ahead and get the paperwork out of the way. Hey, where do you see yourselves getting started? With a special agent or the professional package or the premium, right? Don't you want to get paid 50% more for doing what you're going to do anyway? Now, here's the thing is that don't sell them on coming on board and not paying the rent or their mortgage. Obviously, get in where you fit in, but maybe sometimes people actually have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, okay, like myself. If my sponsor let me just dabble, I promise you, I would be nowhere near where we are today, because we just dipped our toes in. You know, most people that dip their toes in cold water never jump in the water, okay? So literally jump all in, right? The water's warm. You just got to get yourself acclimated to it. So enrolling preferred customers. Talk about all the benefits of the program. There's so many of them, okay? It's convenient. It's flexible, right? They get huge, huge promotions. Like Mother's Day, the packages on Mother's Day are nuts. If you're not sending out texts and following up with your customers about Mother's Day, I don't even know that I can consider us a secret agent if we're not doing that. Why? Because how can we not promote the new makeup remover to our mothers on Mother's Day? It's amazing, okay? We're getting rave reviews. They get up to 60% off. It's awesome, okay? So follow up, okay? Fortune is in the follow-up, okay? But exposure is everything. Enrolling preferred customers. Begin with either the regimen. Actually, the bundle and save program it's almost too easy. I mean, it's crazy how simple it is to get people to sign up with the bundle and save. It's actually not even fair. It's so many people are having so much success. I know Lauren Guido is on the top for the entire nation for the top active preferred customers. She sells the crap out of bundle and saves. Katrina Grierson is on there as well. She smashes it. Sarah Downey is just, I mean, it's just nuts. Guys, we got to step our game up. I mean, it's literally, I know that Seacret is 70% guys, but, you know, these ladies are killing us with the bundle and save. Share the value, okay? Value and savings. You know, so many people that aren't winning, that are complaining, all they talk about is cost, cost, cost. I can't afford it. Well, guess what? Let's show you a way you can afford it, right? People care about value, not cost. You know, it's a perfect customized regimen for them. Ask different closes. You know, hey, were you more interested in the foundational line or the anti-aging line, right? That's simple. Would you prefer to get everything up front or monthly, right? What do you think they're going to say? Up front, you know, microwave society. We live in an immediate gratification society, okay? So if they don't want the regimen, who doesn't, by the way, right? Or if they don't want the actual bundle and save, you know, that's okay. Remind them it's flexible, okay? Advise them they can manage their shipments, all right? They can customize everything. The order form is very simple. That's the old one, so we're not going to go through that. You know, get everyone to we're going to slide through this. Take a look here. You can see this is retail VIP. You know, if people don't know where to start, just have them circle the products they like the most, and then we'll just work backwards to get them to bundle and save or build your regimen right so we can save them the most, okay? Enrolling secret agents, you know, I mean, what I do is I literally, you know, help them get the kit that works best for them. And then I'll talk about the first assignment, which is Superstar. Them coming on board with a premium or higher, right? So they can launch their business. And then enrolling one on their left with a premium or higher and one agent on the right with a premium or higher. Schedule 2 wow parties for the first week. It's imperative. If you do not get them into activity mode, they're going to join witness protection. Why? Because this business gets overwhelming when people don't know what to do. When they're confused, a confused mind shuts down, okay? So you obviously want to get them activity mode right away. Help them text some of their friends the information. Help them make some calls right away, right? Because there's no better time than the present, okay? So make them do the activity so you can help them and see how simple it is to do it when they're in front of you right away, all right? So talk about, obviously, wow factor products, you know, how to hit Superstar. Obviously, what it takes to be active monthly, it's 35 BV, which is about $50. Very simple, but once you get your enroll for, pay no more, it'll take a huge chunk out of the monthly requirements, okay? Ask them confidently, right? Would you prefer to get started with the best package? Or, you know, do you want to start with the premium? I mean, who doesn't want to start with the best? Like, you know, you don't want to be basic. Who starts with the basic package, right? You know, you want to start with the best, right? If you're going to smash this, let's do it, okay? So, last steps. Always make them feel good about the package they selected, no matter where they start, the perfect decision, and let them know they can upgrade. But first and foremost, let's get them on some welcome calls, all right? You know, tag them on Facebook, on social media, you know, introduce them to some other people that are having success. Why? Because we need them to hear so many examples of success right away. So that way, when they go home and they talk to the negative spouse or negative friends, family, and neighbors, they can say, hey, I already know this works because I talk to people that are having success. So you're wrong. They're not wrong. this thing works. I'm going to go ahead and work, and I'm going to change my life. You can be there on the train or on the tracks, right? So closing is just the beginning. I mean, it's opening. So have their best interest in mind, right? Get them started with their blueprint right away to help them become successful. It's not just a sale, okay? There are 2 wow parties within their first week and conference calls, okay? Obviously, you may not have a local training, but we have every Wednesday night. So why not build outside of your backyard, anywhere you want in the United States and Canada? Let's get them on this Wednesday night training, right? So they can get people plugged in. They can get people in their living room just like you're sitting in your living room with other agents and guests, okay? And then obviously we're going to help them literally go out and do the same thing. Why? Because it's so easy to do. It's so simple, okay? Getting rich is boring. Being rich is not. Master the mundane, right? Attend the next international convention, right? So the next international convention is it's Ignite. But even before that, we have our executive and above leadership conference, which you have to be an executive or above to even to qualify to be there. But that doesn't mean you can't register right now. Actually, you must register right now. That's the only way, because you got to have the attitude in place before your paycheck will ever even come to your house. I mean, if you don't believe you can, you're right. If you believe you can, you're right. Either way, you're right. So make sure you do it. You know, the stars will align. The universe will make it happen if you make it happen. Go ahead and register for Ignite tonight. It's June, I think, 5th through 7th, I believe. And what's that? In Phoenix, Arizona, okay? And we actually have the world-renowned Les Brown. The company actually paid him 6 figures to come speak for our leaders. And it's going to teach you how to make 6 figures in this industry. I mean, it's going to cost you not to be there. Actually, personally, I know moving forward, I'm only working with people that are going to be at the peak executive and above leadership training. Why? Because our compensation plan is very, very generous to building leaders. And, you know, this isn't a nonprofit. I love everyone, but I can only work with the serious people. And I know that this is coming from the top down from other leaders too. We have to make sure our people that are serious about this business are registered for peak. They're going to make it happen. We'll figure out how to get you there. Even if you have to drive, you can leave now, right? You'll be in Phoenix by then. We can set it up so we can actually help you room with other people. And the whole goal, it's going to cost you money not to be there and not to hear from Les Brown. So that's the name of the game. It's amazing, guys. Okay, the attitude always comes before the paycheck, right? We'll do the activity beforehand. We got about a month and a half to where we can help you go produce and make more money than what it's going to even cost to get you at that convention, where, you know, peak leadership convention. But I promise you this, it's going to be a huge separation from the people that are amateurs, from the people that are professionals, the people that have multiple successes in this company, are the people that are actually going to be showing up for peak. I promise you that. It's not even negotiable. It's actually already proven. And so if you really, really, really want it, you know, hey, we'll find a way. And if you don't, well, you know, we'll find an excuse. So, but so what we're gonna do, guys, we are actually going to we're done. You know, we're done. So don't log off just yet. There's actually a question. There's a question box at the bottom where you can actually email me. I know sometimes we have specific questions in our own business where maybe we're having some challenges, and you know, so I want to be able to answer these for you because we finished early. I smashed that in 30 minutes. Actually, not even 30 minutes yet. So we have some questions from Noni, actually, in New York. Noni, what's up? I hope all is well. Miss you. And yeah, she says, how do I restart my business? That's a very, very great question. Restarting your business is very simple, actually. It's just starting, doing activity. You know, there's 2 times that you're in Seacret. You know, there's a time you sign up and there's a time you start. The only one that matters is the latter, doing the S4S system, right? I'm sure you have some product, right? So go crazy throwing product on people. 2 wow parties a week, right? With 3 guests for 4 consecutive weeks. So that's minimum, 2 parties a week. You know, if you have one, you know, it's an hour to an hour and a half. So max, you're looking at 3 hours a week. Have 2 parties, minimum 3 guests. From there, for 4 consecutive weeks, 28 days, you have 24 guests. Sign up 20%. That's 4.8. Let's say 4. We're going to help them do the same thing. That makes you bronze in 28 days. You do it for 2 months with those 4 new agents, that makes you silver. You do it for 3 months, 90-day run right there, that makes you in between platinum and ruby. That's 6-figure-a-year mark right there. It's very simple to do. It's very simple not to do. You know, we all have distractions. We're all equal. Here's what I'm saying. Distract yourself from distractions. Let's make it happen. It's all about the activity. Noni, I believe in you. I know you can do it. And I'm just a phone call away, obviously, if you need me to help. You have so many people in your support line. It's not even funny, actually. And here's the cool thing about New York. It's untapped. So go tap it. Let's smash it, okay? So thanks for that question, Noni. Anyone else have any questions? I'm going to stay on the line for a few minutes. By the way, here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, we actually have Joseph Valenzuela coming in on May 17th. May 17th in the DMV. I know people come from all over the place. Actually, even Michigan, they fly in for this event. Joe's actually almost at the $500,000 a year mark. He's smashing it. Get your tickets. If you saw what happened last month, it was crazy. We actually didn't have any more chairs. You know, this isn't a promotion. This is real life. If you don't get your tickets in advance, you know, you may not get in. I mean, it's going to be nuts. So www.eastcoastsecret.com, EastCoastSecret for the newbies. Secret has an A in it, okay? And it doesn't have an S at the end. It's eastcoastsecret.com. Go ahead and register. Get your ticket on there. Make sure you start inviting everyone. Who do you know? Joe is one of the here's the thing about Joe. You can put your sharpest, most negative prospects in front of Joe, and I promise you they'll go from being negative to actually signing up with professional packages. It's not even negotiable. It's not up for debate. He just educates them. It's amazing. He does very, very well. So let's go ahead and do that. EastCoastSecret.com. Make sure you register. Why? Because you can't tell people to do the things you're not willing to do. So showing up is 80% of success. The other part of success is obviously doing activity and smashing it, okay? So any other questions before we end? Apparently, my wife put an anonymous question up. Let's see if I even want to answer that. It's about what?
My question was, if you have a new agent, what's your biggest piece of advice to help them sign new agents?
That's a great question. So, great question, Lauren, although anonymous didn't come up just yet. What I would say is, you know, it's typically the people that you think won't, they won't join you, but the people you think won't actually will. It's crazy. So please don't prejudge anyone. You know, it's actually kind of selfish to prejudge. It's selfless to actually just put them in front of them because you don't want a no to be a dead end. You want to know who they know that could be interested. And it's just your job to actually sort, not convince. So we're not going to convince anyone. We're just going to sort through them and see who's willing and who's able, who wants to actually join us in our quest with Seacret. So, but what you want to do is, I mean, you just literally you want to contact everyone. Everyone uses skincare products. Everyone. So why not use superior product, competitive prices, and let's also figure out maybe they will, maybe they won't. Who cares, right? But if you don't ask, the answer is always no. Okay, so it's not your job to decide for them, and it's actually selfish to do that. So make your list. 200 people goes on your list, and all we're doing is we want to get information in front of them. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Okay. And if they say no, who do they know? All right. Who do they know it's entrepreneurial? Who do they know that's looking for extra money? Who do they know that loves skincare? Who do they know? Who do they know? Who do they know? And while you're sitting with them or while you're talking with them, get the numbers and names right away. Why wait? If you wait, I promise you, life is going to get in the way and they're not going to refer you. It happens to everyone. But if you do it when you're with them right away and you have them text the people and say, hey, listen, my friend Lauren, my friend Ben is going to call you. If you see this number pop up, make sure you answer it. They got something you're going to be all over. Okay. So it edifies you and it actually creates a warm market for you. Exposure is everything, guys. If you're not doing at least 2 exposures a day, you're not a secret agent just yet. You're actually an amateur. Okay. Professionals are out there smashing activity, throwing mud and salt on everyone, right? Not closing, they're actually opening business, and they're extending relationships, building and making new contacts, and they're getting products on everyone, okay? So awesome, 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 awesome. You know, no one actually, Stacy Kaufman just texted me a quote that I always say. The only way someone comes off your list is if they sign up or if they die. I mean, who, you know, that's it. You know, who's going to die first? Who's going to outlast who? The people that I'm actually signing up aren't people I'm talking to today. Some of them I exposed years ago, and I'm just following up. Fortune's in the immediate and long-term follow-up, all right? So make sure you follow up. So here's what I'm going to say, you know, just lasting thoughts. We got to smash this. I mean, you really, you know, this isn't a dress rehearsal. We got one chance. It's so simple to hit executive and get the Seacret watch. You know, it's so simple. It's so simple to do. I mean, why are we not doing it? You know, for some of us, maybe you don't believe, maybe you don't know what to do. I don't know. You know, you can actually go out and just throw a product on a ton of people and still get results. You know, we just got to go out and do it. I mean, the S4S system is so simple. I challenge you. I challenge you to actually just go restart. Like Noni, she says, how do I restart? Everyone should restart. Everyone should host 2 out parties this week. It's Wednesday. Listen, when Lauren and I hosted ours, our first night, we made 100 phone calls the day before, and we created urgency. We got, you know, from 100 phone calls, we maybe had 26 people in our living room. I think 13 signed up. Those actually aren't really good numbers. We just focus on the activity, and we smashed the phone calls, smashed the invites. Anyone that couldn't come, it was like, hey, what are you doing Tuesday? What are you doing Wednesday? What are you doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? When's the closest time and now we can meet, right? We created the urgency. Without urgency, you know, you lose your sense of desire. It just doesn't happen, okay? Think about why you're doing this business, you know? Think about who you're doing it for, right? Think about, you know, what you can have. Think about your goals. Think about your family. Think about your life, you know? Design your life. If you don't, someone else will. But think about, you know, listen, let's just book activity and go crazy over the next week. We have a few things, you know. We actually have webinars going on the rest of the week, right? We have ultimatehomebiz.net. Okay. We also have exposure videos, right? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Okay. Let's flood the market. All right. Let's make massive phone calls. Let's go out and make it happen. Let's go out and change our lives. Let's go out and do wow party after wow party after wow party. S4S, 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 okay? And let's go make it happen, all right? And guys, I'm a phone call away if you need me, okay? Anyone that's restarting and doing their S4S challenge, right? Inbox me on Facebook, call me, text me, smoke signal, SOS. I don't give a shit. Just reach out. Let's make it happen, and we'll go from there. So make sure you're registered for Peak as well. I'm only working with the people that are registered for Peak. I don't care if you're an executive yet or not, because I know that we will make it happen together if you register first. And I appreciate you guys. Love you so much. Take care. God bless. Next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, overview for guests, 8 p.m. training. And we're going to go ahead and make it happen, guys. Appreciate you so much. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.